So we are obviously at the beach, but we're not in Ventura County. And this is, oh, look at that. Mr. Sunshine. We're on our way to get the hell out of here. You know, when I'm being harassed by the police constantly, they're fabricated. I had a public defender tell my private lawyer, oh yeah, you might think he's crazy, but the police are, in fact, after him. So, which is stupid, because years ago when I was doing bad things, I escaped with virtually nothing. Now, when I'm being law-abiding, they want to make up a bunch of fake shit. Yeah, you know, I mean, they're insane. I don't understand why we need to have police, because they have gotten far from the path that they were supposed to be on. And the whole entire government, our world, I do believe in sort of like the Mandela effect to the extent that I'm 66 now. 50, 60 years ago, it was almost a polar opposite. And now everything's just so restrictive. They're just so authoritarian, so crazy about surveillance and gotta know your business and everything. It's like, hey, you know what? Fuck you. You don't need to know my shit. I was born here just like you, dude. I mean, a lot of these things that I object to, I never had a say in any of it. When I was a kid, nobody had to pay for parking at the beach. You could go to the beach all day and all night. Nobody ever camped there either. The word homeless wasn't in the common lexicon. And people didn't hate on each other as bad. Now it's just like if you're not part of there, you got to be that particular secular group. You are not cool. You know, Christians are with them and Muslims with them, and everybody's categorized. They're all divided and categorized into boxes. Well, pretty soon you could categorize down to the minutia, and guess what? Everybody's in their own individual box. And do you know what they call that? When everybody's got their own box that they're boxed into, that is a prison. And it becomes the one of the most hellish things about prison is not the violence or the whatever. It's the boredom. The sheer boredom. The mind yearns for input. And like I could be cool on a place like this forever. And now we find out that everything's a lie, nothing's true, nothing's real. I don't even know if history's real, if math is real, if any of it's real. I know what's real is the things that I've seen and done and felt. I'm glad that I feel terrible for Tracy because she's along with me on this, and I don't think it's really her karma. The animals, the cat and the dog that was with us, they've passed on, but they were, I believe, sent to guide us. We thought we were keeping them, and they were keeping us out of trouble. And look at that weird log. Is that some cool ass shit or what? And I'm getting old. Damn. You just never real. You take, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not everybody's like that. Maybe not everybody takes life for granted. But it's really hard not to when you're living it and you feel strong and young and powerful and immortal. And then in the blink of an eye, a bad month and a weekend binge, and I aged 30, 40 years. And they go by, and you're like, and then you don't notice it until someone that you remember from before, you talk with them or whatever, and they go, well, that's been like decades. It's like, fuck, really? Look at the sun. It looks like the pages of a book are opening up to the sun. I can't call it with the world. We have really, people have lost their way. And instead of, technology and advancements making us a better species, we're devolving to worse. And that's not cool. There it going. There it goes. It's going. Here it goes. Yeah. Baseline. Oh, what is that underneath it? Damn, that's weird looking, right? Waiting for the green flash. But I'll say one thing. Even though the world's changed, and not for the better, that's for sure, I think I got to live in the last great generation, the greatest of all, the best artists, the most strides in progress. We had everything. And when they say the good die young, that's true. They get the peace they need. They don't have to see this shit. Well, there goes the sun. Supposedly when it falls below the horizon, there's a big green flash. And that's what I'm waiting for. I don't see it, do you? It's trippy because I'm looking at the camera and at the sky, and what you are seeing on this video is not what I'm seeing in real life. It's very different. How bizarre. How bizarre. No, it looks like the pink flash. Very colorful. I love the beach. I love the ocean. The waves will wash your troubles away. When I was younger, and I would be just insane out of my head with anger, and I would go down to the beach and just sit on the beach cliffs and for hours, just sitting there watching the waves. And by the time I left, I was at peace. And I thought that would be impossible. Anyway, I don't know what our future holds. Hopefully it's better than what it's had. Tracy and I just basically got each other. Nobody else gives a fuck. That's all right too, because I really don't give a shit about anybody else. As my old buddy Ronnie Von Marsh once told me, if you hate me, I hate you back. Peace.